I don't know about you, but some days I just want to pull my hair out. Some days I just want to say I've had enough. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you probably know exactly how I'm feeling. So let's talk about it, because it's time for Rise with Rob. I've had enough. Some of us think that that's a bad place to be, because we've been conditioned to believe that when you feel like that, when you feel like giving up, when you feel like you've had enough, that makes you a failure. Can I help somebody today? Because I really believe that sometimes when you're at your wit's end, when you feel like you've had enough, feel like giving up, it can actually be the best place for you to be. Some of you are probably saying, what are you talking about, Rob? And I'm so glad you asked, because you know there's a story I want to share with you that will show you exactly what I'm talking about. And it may actually help you in your journey today. So journey with me to this story found in Mark chapter 5, verses 25 through 29. You know the story. Now, a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years, and she had suffered many things from many doctors. She had spent all that she had and was not better, but actually grew worse. Verse 27 says, when she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if I may only touch his clothes, I shall be made well. And the Bible says in verse 29, immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her affliction. Think about it, friends. Jesus is on his way to heal Jairus' daughter. And this woman pops up out of nowhere. But I like her because she doesn't have an invitation. She's not supposed to be there. Jesus didn't even come for her. But she says, you know what? I've had enough. I've been sick for 12 years. And I know they don't want me near him. I know that I'm unclean and I shouldn't be near him or his entourage and his posse and the folk just hanging around him who don't really mean him no good. But she says to herself, I'm not leaving until I get what I came for. So she makes her way through the crowd and grabs him by the hem of his garment. And I love the text because notice, it doesn't say she got well next month. Doesn't say she got well next week, not even the next day. The text says immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up. And I stopped by here to tell somebody, listen to me now, that God can change your situation immediately if you just believe that he can. And I want you to notice that she knew something had happened inside of her. And I want you to look at the story carefully. The fact is that everybody in the crowd was touching Jesus, but only one person got well that day. Can I tell you why I do what I do? I don't do it for the masses. I don't do it because I'm trying to become famous or to become popular. I do this for the one who can say, you know what? I've come here sick, but I'm leaving well. I came here down in the dumps, but I'm leaving up. I may have come here worried, but I'm leaving filled with joy. Why? Because if he doesn't heal just one, he's already done enough. Can I ask you a question? Is there anybody here who has had enough of worry and is ready to worship? Is there anybody here who's had enough of negative people and knows they need a new circle? Is there anybody here who's had enough of being sick and is really ready to get well? Had enough setbacks and is ready to move forward? Ready to say, just like the lady in our story, I've had enough. If you are and you're listening to this, I'd like for you to post it in the comment sections below and let me know so I can pray with you and pray for you that God will change your situation. You know why? Because God really does want to help. And the only question I need to ask you is, do you really believe that he can? So until the next time, just know that God specializes in helping those who can say, I've had enough. God bless you, and I'll see you next time on Rise with Rob.